Before watching the film today, I wasn't sure what to call it. Ford v Ferrari, Ford versus Ferrari, Le Mans 66. But after watching it, the credits came on, the title showed up on screen, Le Mans 66 it is. Welcome to my LFF review for Le Mans 66, directed by James Mangold and starring Christian Bale and Matt Damon. It tells the story of American car designer Carroll Shelby and driver Ken Miles as they battle against corporate interference, the laws of physics, and their own personal demons to build a revolutionary race car for Ford and challenge Ferrari at the 24-hour race known as Le Mans in 1966. Now, as with a lot of these festival films, I was extremely looking forward to it. I was hyped to no end, and I'm going to cut to the chase. This film is amazing. It's one of the best films of the year. It's one of my favorites of the year. Matt Damon and Christian Bale, as you might expect, they are fucking phenomenal in this film. I love these characters, and I love the friendship. The friendship between them is really important. It's a key element in this film, and it was one of the immensely numerous things that pulled me into this film so tightly. Yes, the film is called Le Mans 66. It's about that race and it builds up to that race, and we'll get to that race in a bit, but it's the friendship between these two. It's their personal struggles that brings them together, and sometimes that makes them clash against one another, and that's what I loved about this film. I loved Ken Miles' relationship with his son. He's trying to prove to him that he's the best, but he's also trying to prove to himself that he's the best, and he doesn't give a shit about anyone. If he thinks you're a shitty person at driving or really at anything, he'll tell you straight to his face and he won't care. And Matt Damon as Carroll Shelby, he has a lot of demons from his past. I don't want to say what it is in case you don't know the true story. I didn't. But his struggle is extremely compelling throughout this film. And they both help each other out, even if sometimes they don't really realize it. But of course, you're expecting Matt Damon and Christian Bale to be great. There's no news there. But I gotta talk about the supporting cast. John Bernthal as Lee Iacocca, Tracy Letts as Henry Ford II, and so many others. But seriously, there are so many great actors in this film, and so many interesting characters. Yes, they could have been just there to progress the story along and be there as chess pieces, moving as the director needed them to, but my god, you get so attached to everyone, and everyone brings their A game. Tracy Letts especially, I've been noticing now, for the past couple of years, he's in like 2 or 3 award season movies. I think in this year he only has this one, at least that I've seen so far. And every year he kills it in such wildly different roles. So once again, it was a pleasure to see him. This is a sort of cinematic entertainment that sucks you right in and doesn't let you go until the very end. It's the dynamics and differences between every relationship and each interaction throughout the film that keep you hooked, and they're all so interesting, so worth investing your time and emotions into, and boy, does it pay off. The way James Mangold directs this film, so visceral, so brutal, so raw, much like what I admired in First Man last year, this film doesn't make it pretty, doesn't make it glossy. It shows the danger of this thing at the time and trying to build this impossible car that didn't exist at the time. And the beats of the film are done so precisely. Every victory, every triumph, every tragedy, every loss, both figurative and literal. Throughout this film, I was in awe at how good it was, and I already had high hopes for this film, but my god, from the cinematography, the directing, the writing of the story, the writing of the characters, the way they pulled off, let's use quotes for action sequences. It's a race, but it is, in a certain sense, action. Let's talk about the Le Mans 66 race. Wow. This is like the last half hour of the film, at least last 25 minutes of the film. I'm not going to go into detail. I was on the edge of my seat. I was sweating. Seeing Christian Bale inside his car trying to figure out how to win. It's such a fucking great movie! It's a compelling story told in a simple, precise, and very intelligent fashion. It deserves not only a spot on the greatest racing dramas, but also on the greatest dramas of the year just in general. And I do have to mention two quick things before I go. The score is absolutely fabulous. Top 5 scores of the year for me. And how inspiring the film is on its friendship, on trying to pursue victories in your life. My one issue with the film, and I do have a small issue, I apologize in advance, it's a small issue, the very ending of the film. The last few moments that we get in the film. I don't know that I needed that in this film. I'm not saying it was right out bad. I'm probably going to digest it better on a second watch. I'm saying as I saw it, I felt like it fitted more into the little story beats that we get usually at these real-life story films. Like, this happened after the big thing that we came here to see, and what's so? Like, this happened after this big thing that we came here to see this movie for. I felt like that the last big thing that happens, I'm not going to say what, I felt like it fitted better in that little text that come on the end. And that's my only issue. Again, I'm not saying it's bad, and I still felt like I really love this movie, guys. I'm going to give Le Mans 66 an A. Now, what did you think of Le Mans 66? If you have seen it, if you have not, are you hyped? Did my review leave you more hyped? I hope so, because this film is fucking great. Thank you so much for watching another LFF review, my beautiful geekies. I'll be back tomorrow with Knives Out, and we still got a few more days to go. Don't miss any LFF reviews to come, or just any reviews in general, and check out the ones I already did for LFF, and also I saw Joker. Thank you so much once again, you guys are the best. So until the next video, don't forget to subscribe, to like, as it really helps me out, and most importantly, love each other and love the movies.